and all the time.
DJ Victor.
I bring you greetings from your beautiful First Lady. I bring you greetings from the leadership, the entire leadership of the People Power Movement and the National Unity Platform in Uganda and other chapters where we've been. I bring you greetings from the foot soldiers in Uganda. I bring you greetings from the political prisoners that I was able to speak to before I came. I bring you greetings from the people of Uganda. Baba tumide bangambi mbabalabire nyo Baba tumide nebalani. Fellow Ugandans, we gather here today in Toronto, Canada, and I must say it is the power of God and your strong spirit of never giving up that we are able to be here for yet another NUP convention. Something that started out of a very bad situation in 2018 when my driver Yasin Kauma was murdered by the regime, and I was abducted, detained in a barracks and tortured to near death. Then Ugandans in Canada spontaneously came together and protested, demanding for my freedom until I was released. And then the People Power chapter of Canada was born. And then we became the National Unity Platform. And then we ran for president and we won the election. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And then, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they stole our victory. Yes, they killed, tortured, and imprisoned many of our comrades. Yes, they compromised many of our comrades, including some of our leaders. Painfully, including some members of parliament, but we refuse to give up. We have refused to give up. We have continued to fight back. In the diaspora, we have continued to grow stronger and stronger by every passing day. I'm very glad that the past few days I was able to address our chapters in Ottawa and Edmonton. Very, very big chapters, very, very big numbers. We must thank God for that. What does that mean? That means that even if we are not where we are supposed to be, we are not where we used to be. We are not stuck. We are moving. We are moving. We are not static. We are growing day by day. We must congratulate ourselves. We must be proud of our efforts, because under such terrible circumstances, by the grace of God, we keep putting one foot in front of the other. We have gone ahead to connect not only as Ugandans in the diaspora, but as change-seeking Ugandans who are not only talking about change, but are actively involved in the process to change our country. Last year, when I was here, I suggested to the leadership that we should not be addressing fellow Ugandans in only one province, but should stretch and go to other provinces. I'm glad, and I want to salute the leadership that they made it possible. We were in Ottawa, we were in Edmonton, and it is my hope and prayer that next year we shall even go to other chapters and cover, reach out to all Ugandans wherever they are. This reminded me of the 1980s when Museveni and his friends, the likes of Amama and Babazi, would go to Ugandans in Sweden and other European countries asking them to join their struggle against the Obote regime. The only difference is that for them, they were fewer and weaker, and the situation back home was not as bad as it is today. So when I was coming here, I was thinking about what to say to you. Kati mbagambe ki bano abantu be Canada? What can I say to them in such a situation when, you know, back home, our people have gone from being covered by floods and mudslides in the countryside, but now they're being covered by garbage in the capital city. Duli twali tugamba amataba gabise abantu Kasese gabise kyalo Kiramba, ettaka lya Muvinze lyabise kyalo Kiramba ne Bududa, kati Kasasiro yabika abantu mu kibuga wakati. So when I was coming here, because you are on social media, you're watching everything. You are the ones that give us updates, to the extent that now it is projected that more than 100 people are still covered there under, and about 30 houses and more are still covered there under. Why? Because somebody did not do their job. Somebody did not do their job, and no one can hold them accountable because they are relatives to somebody in power. When our country has become a laughing stock among nations, twafuka dda ekisekererwa. Ife twekolera ebyaddiikula. I mean, look at what our ambassadors are doing. Even here, that is where we are. So I don't know what to focus on today, what to tell you. Focus my message on the situation back home, it will take a whole day. So allow me to only talk about 2 things, maybe 3. First, I want to talk about how we can be different from the people we are fighting, and how we can do different from the things that we are fighting against. Fe tusobola tutya okubeera ab'enjawulo kwabo be tulwanyisa, era tusobola kola biki eb'enjawulo okusinga ebyo bye tulwanyisa. Twagala kujjako bujja mu 7, fe tujje tugambe it's our time to eat, fe tuba tubba. Twagala kugoba bye bakola, fe tukole ki? Fe tuba tukola ebyo ebikolobero bye bakola. How can we be different? Friends, I want to ask us to strive to be different. Not only in words, but in action. We must not be like them, and we must not do like them. And this speaks about our values. Discipline, reliability, integrity, inclusiveness. See what you are doing. People see what we are doing. So what we say is just an additive. Abantu batujajingira ku bikola byaffe ate ffe twabagamba. Twasooka okukola, twasooka kubuusa abantu. Bonna amaaso ne bagaggulawo kati balaba. They can see through any lie. So we can best communicate by our actions. Tetutalaze mu bikolwa tekiriiwo. We must not just say it, we must act it. We must understand why we are in this struggle. And we must understand the word change. Change, okukyusa, oba enkyukakyuka, okukyusa ki? Okugyawo ekibi, osseewo ekibi, oba okugyawo ekibi, osseewo ekirungi. But it's only our actions that are going to confirm what we are talking about. We cannot give what we don't have. No. I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, that we must not wait to get in government so that we do what is right. No. If we say discipline, it must be discipline now. Reliability now. Inclusiveness now. Integrity now. Patriotism now. Servant leadership now. We cannot say that we shall be servant leaders when we take power, when we have not been servant leaders, when we are in the struggle. We cannot give what we don't have. So tulina okusooka okubibeera, then ne tulyoka tubiraga abantu. The way we behave today, how we behave now, that is how people expect us to behave when we get power. So comrades, behave. Engeri gye tweyisa kati bwe batusuubira okweyisa nga tukutte obuyinza. Katulina ffe kwekuba muto kitugambe engeri gye tweyisa ekonvinsinga abantu twesiga n'obuyinza. Kye tukola abantu bandyagadde otuwa ekibuli tukikole nalo. Basobola. So those are the constant questions ze nsaba twebuuze baganda bange. We can't give what we don't have. We must give that example. Katuli mu basampo lingako kye tusobola okukola. I'm very glad that with this vibrant team, ate tunaba baswaza. Tetutukiridde, we are still work in progress. And that's why we always tell you, please hold us to account. Temusirika, fe tuli bakozi bammwe. Manyi ba politician bangi tebagala mbyogereko, naye mwe abantu mwe ba bossi. Abakulembeze bakozi bammwe. So don't shy away from holding them accountable. Mugambe gundi bye twakutuma. Nange kenyini. Fena, you must hold us by those standards. Nachemalira omu bambuuza, why did you become a dictator? Nagamba, nobody stopped me. Atenga kituufu, abakulembeze abali mu zino ensi ezikulembera obulungi tebakola bino ebyakabi mu kubanga abantu balungi nnyo. Nedda, bakola ebintu ebirungi kubanga bano abantu bano bali empowered. You cannot bring them nonsense. Era bw'okola ekikyamu bajja kugoba. And that is the way we want to empower our people. That is why we say people power is our power. We have no power without the people. However, you comrades, you the members, you the citizens of Uganda, oba ndibeera nze oba alibeera mukulembeze mulala, muyina okumuholdinga accountable. Ever mumujjukize that you have the power and we exercise this leadership in your trust. Omukulembeze mbate mukyamukiririzamu abatakyalina kyabagamba. And you must keep it that way, so that abakulembeze basobole okusigala nga bakola ebyo ebibakiikirira. Because anybody can get compromised and anybody can get corrupted. Number 2, and this is very, very important, how to maximize the role of the diaspora in the struggle for freedom in Uganda. Nange diaspora ebeera y'amaanyi nnyo tetandise kati. They depended on their diaspora. Abali Uganda, abali Zambia, abali Zimbabwe, abali Nigeria. That is where the force came from. And it is that diaspora force that forced the apartheid and the power that you have, you that are in the diaspora. It is very, very important, friends. I want to ask you to focus on 3 things, maybe 4. Number 1 is uniting Ugandans, all change-seeking Ugandans, to work together so that we can win together. Ekituluma kyonna naddala abo abakyali ku fence ayisagala biyingiramu nnyo. Educate them about what we are about. Bamanye nti tetuli ku kinyumu, tetuli mu kuwala muntu yenna, wabula twagala bwagazi nsi yaffe. Let them understand, abakulu, abato, abamawanga gonna. I loved it when we were in Edmonton. Twabadde ne leadership team, mulimu ab'e Kapuchorwa, mulimu ab'e Sebeyi, mulimu ab'Arua, mulimu ab'e Kasese, mulimu ab'e Mbarara. Ne ngamba, now this is Uganda. So please unite people. Wano enembera gye mulimu eba identifying tribe yamwe ebere Ugandan, religion yamwe ebere Ugandan. Okubeera muna Uganda kibagatte. Everything else is secondary. So please unite as many Ugandans as possible. Number 2, create more chapters here in Canada and all over the world. Bagazise struggle bannaffe. Show them the honor that is there in standing for what is right and the shame in supporting what is wrong. Ne mukikole mu ngeri ennungi, mubakwane, so kwana kuli okwa kayemba. Okola omukwano. Kozi byonna bye bimu. I like to tease my comrade Kayemba. Kuba yetanyigira nnyo. Comrades, one other thing kyenjagala obbasaba, newankubadde already mulabikanga abakikoze edda, is to turn the entire Ugandan community into activists. Activists for change, activists for better. Tekiri mu buswavu bonna okulwanirira amazima, tekiri mu buswavu bonna. So encourage them to get involved, the entire community. Encourage them in the civil rights struggles in America and in the anti-apartheid struggles in South Africa led by Nelson Mandela. Black people turned their entire communities into bases for preaching change and struggling for freedom. That is how bishops like Desmond Tutu stood up. Nagama, no, I'm not going to be neutral. If you are neutral in a situation of injustice, you are on the side of the oppressor. Omusajja nga Museveni, omusajja w'emyaka 8 bw'asindika agatemu ne garwepinga obwana bw'abandi obulenzi, gwe n'osirika nti nze ndi munnaddiini, obeera ku ludda lw'oyanyigiriza. Tosobola gamba nti nze ndi businessman tebinkwatako. It will come to you. Tosobola gamba nti nze ndi munnamawulire tekinkwatako. It will come to you. So encourage all people to get involved because this cause is noble, comrades. Let us all be activists in a moral way. Secondly, thirdly, or fourthly, under the same point of your role, there's the issue of lobbying. Lobbying, Uncle Bin. Lobbying, okategedde. Lobbying, okuloba. I know that some things are going to be for different people. Uncle Bin, the lobbying, I will not task you with it. That will be the work of some of us who are lawyers.